In a lush green jungle where the sun always shone through the trees, there lived a young elephant named Ella. Now, Ella was no ordinary elephant. Oh no, she had a heart as big as the jungle itself, and a gentle touch that could calm even the wildest of animals. Every day, Ella would spend her time painting pictures on the ground with mud and splashing about in the cool waters of the river. She loved nothing more than feeling the soft mud between her toes and the water cascading down her back. The other elephants would tease her, saying, "Oh, Ella, you're too soft-hearted. You need to be tough like us," they'd say, stomping their feet and tusks. But Ella didn't mind. She knew that being gentle was her superpower. One day, while Ella was playing by the river, she heard a tiny tapping sound. She stopped to listen, and with her keen elephant ears, she soon located the source of the sound. It was a small bird, no bigger than Ella's foot, and it was trapped in the sticky mud at the bottom of the river. The bird was struggling to free itself, but the more it struggled, the deeper it sank into the mud. Without hesitation, Ella jumped into the river. She carefully moved the mud with her trunk, making a small hole for the bird to escape. Then she reached out her foot to help the bird climb out. The bird, weak and scared, looked up at Ella with its big, round eyes. It chirped softly, thanking Ella for saving its life. Touched by the bird's gratitude, Ella said, "Don't mention it. I'm just glad you're okay." As the bird perched on Ella's trunk, its wet feathers brushing against her skin, it suddenly exclaimed, "I want to give you a gift, something shiny and beautiful to thank you for your kindness." And with that, the bird flew off into the trees. Just as Ella was about to shake off the thought of the bird and its strange offer, she felt something land on her head. Startled, she looked up and saw a bright blue feather lying on her head. It was the most beautiful feather Ella had ever seen. Delighted, she picked it up and tucked it behind her ear. From that day on, Ella saw the bird every day. The bird would bring her gifts of shiny feathers and colorful flowers, and they became the best of friends. The other elephants, who had once teased Ella, now admired her for her kindness. They couldn't believe that a simple act of helping a bird could bring so much joy and wonder into Ella's life. One evening, as the sun was setting over the jungle, Ella sat by the river, surrounded by the other elephants. They were gathered there to watch the beautiful display of colors paint the sky. Ella, with her head resting on her knees, was lost in thought. She thought about how her life had changed since she'd made friends with the bird. The other elephants, seeing Ella's thoughtful expression, asked her what was on her mind. Ella, with a soft smile on her face, told them about her friend, the bird, and all the wonderful gifts it had brought her. The elephants listened attentively, their hearts touched by Ella's story. Then, one of the older elephants spoke up. "Ella, my dear, you have shown us all the true meaning of friendship. You are right. Being kind to others is the most magical way to make friends." The other elephants nodded in agreement, realizing the wisdom in Ella's words. And so, Ella continued to live in the jungle, being the kind and gentle elephant she was, always ready to help those in need, and always hopeful that kindness would bring magic into their lives. The end.